Ugh, I love that line. Ready for it? Yeah. Why do I feel like tears building in my eyes here? Hello, my lovely, beautiful MOA friends. It is LC. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you're returning, welcome back. I have received my Thursday's Child album in the mail, and it's been sitting on my floor for at least a week now. It remains unopened, and it will remain unopened for a certain amount of time because I put a poll out on my channel about a week ago, and nearly 500 of you voted because I wanted to figure out whether I should cover the Chaos chapter first before Minisode 2, or whether I should just go ahead and proceed with Minisode 2. Y'all voted, and apparently the vast majority of you wanted me to cover the Chaos chapter first, so that is exactly what we're going to do today. So I am going to be covering the first half of the Chaos chapter Freeze today, and meanwhile I will have to continue to be patient with this. So, as per usual with my album reactions, we're going to be covering the album in a couple of different formats. First, we're going to be starting out with the concept trailer, since many of you recommended this to me. And then we're going to be watching some color-coded lyric videos, some music videos, some dance practices, all of the formats today. So let's get into it. But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel.
2 very boring minutes later.
So for today's beverage of the day, we have some rosé cider from Brooke Cider House. I am a simple woman. I see rosé, I see cider, I buy. Oh yeah. That is hitting the spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the concept trailer, and then I'm going to react to the first 4 songs on the album, which are Anti-Romantic, 0 by 1 equals Love Song, I Know I Love You, featuring Sorry. Hold on, let's get this right. Sorry. As a Canadian, I'm very familiar with Sorry. And then Magic and Ice Cream. But let's get started first with the concept trailer. Okay, so here we go. Oh, so this is the first new intro era. I am not gonna lie to all of you. When I first saw this, I think it was Butter maybe, that was the first time, I was underwhelmed. And I pretty much instantly missed the old intro. I think it was because of so many BTS comebacks that big hit initial intro had brought me through with the doop. So I was a little disappointed when this one came out. But, you know, I guess it's shorter. They get to the point faster. But okay, anyways, let's watch this trailer. Fight, flight, or freeze. At the arcade. The end of the effing world. Uh-oh. This feels very Stranger Things. This is like a whole ass movie. What? This is a movie. Whoa. Could you imagine them as superheroes? I would watch that. Ooh. Oh my gosh. What? What? He just disappeared. Oh my gosh, this is a masterpiece. Wow. Who's that? Is that what's sorry? Oh my goodness. That was incredible. I was just in pure shock for a good chunk of that, but I kind of want to go back to this part just to see. Wow, I love that slow-mo effect. And then he just disappears. How? Oh my gosh. Okay, so if this is any indication of what's to come on the album, I am just not ready, and I will never be ready because I'm just absolutely and completely shook to my core. And since this is the trailer, I am waiting for the movie. Like, when are we getting an hour-and-a-half version of this? There really is nobody that does it like TXT in terms of the time and the dedication that they put into not just their music videos, but the storyline. Like, how many other groups are doing this, if any? I am extremely impressed and also very, very excited for the rest of the album. And I also want to know who the woman at the end is, if it's Sorry or if it's somebody else there to save them, maybe. We'll just have to find out. So let's get to the first song on this album, which is Anti-Romantic. Now, I think I may have heard one line from this song, maybe. And again, just one line just from being on TikTok, on Instagram, social media. So I'm wondering if when we get there, I will confirm whether or not it is the song or the line that I've heard before. But otherwise, I've yet to hear the song in its entirety. And I can see on Spotify that it's one of the most popular songs that they have, even though there's no music video or anything like that. It's not a title track. So I'm curious to hear this song, if it is that popular, being essentially a B-side. So let's do it.
I don't know who loves me, and I don't care. 설레임 따위 좀 겁이 나니까.
His vocals are so beautiful. Oop. Ooh, those strings. Ah. Ooh. The harmony. Okay, it is. It is the song that. Ooh. Oh, the song is so smooth. Very dreamy. Okay, hold on. I feel like there's so much to summarize already. Like, there's so much going on in this song, but at first glance, you wouldn't necessarily think so because it's a bit slower. But again, we've got some beautiful lyrics here, some really dreamy, layered instrumentals. And again, in typical TXT fashion, it feels like their lyrics are really going against the vibe of the song, where a lot of times they have these upbeat, happy sounding songs with really sad lyrics. Here, this sounds like a really romantic, fluffy instrumental, and then you have these lyrics that are so cynical. Like, sweet and bitter chocolate, the taste at the end is always the same. Like the saddest movies, there's only a tear around my eye. It's almost like saying, why bother with romance? I just know it's gonna end poorly, like a sad movie. That word of pledge, the sweet love song. And that sorry I'm an anti-romantic, I want to run far away. But then at the same time, it almost seems like there's a little flicker of something that's building, because there's this line from Subin, my heart that's chasing you is beginning to burn with a small amber. As in, there's something there, I can feel it, but I'm shutting it down because I'm afraid of romance. I'm afraid that it'll burn all of my heart and leave ashes only. This song. Why do I feel like tears building in my eyes here? I'm just like so blown away by these lyrics, and then also the accompanying instrumental and the vocals. Just like, I feel like I'm just turning to jello. I need more cider. So let's continue with the second verse before my bones just turn to jelly. So they're just shutting it down. I love that line. I'm losing my mind. That beautiful little melody there. My brain isn't working. I think that this is my favorite TXT song that I have heard up until this point. Like, Just this combination here of the lyrics, the instrumental, the most angelic vocals I have ever heard. Like, it's just perfection. Like, how does it get better? And I'm just covered in goosebumps, like covered. I don't have any more words anymore. Thoughts empty. Just anti-romantic. Like this part, I know that you love me. I'm drunk deeply again. You're like a champagne. I shouldn't be like this. The end can be seen a lot more than a hangover. It's gonna be hard. Okay, let's end it at here. But what I think I love about this, which is just so subtle, and I can even tell through just the way that the lyrics are delivered, is that they don't believe it. Like, they're saying it, but it doesn't feel like they believe it. It's almost like they're waiting to be convinced, as if whoever this person is that they're speaking to, they're waiting for them to convince them otherwise. And you know, I can't say I'm the most romantic person in the world, but you know, I'm willing to take a bullet for TXT and try to convince them to be romantics. I just don't know where to go from here. How I possibly can move on after this, because I'm just quite shooketh. The shookethness is just too powerful. But okay, so the next video that we're gonna watch, we're gonna somehow recover from anti-romantic and watch 0 by 1 love song, I Know I Love You. Oh, so are these songs connected? Because they were just saying, sorry, I'm an anti-romantic, and then now this song is called Love Song. So is Sorry the one? Is she the one that's gonna convince them? Oh, here I go, just making up my own K-drama in my head. But let's watch. I'm so excited to see where this goes. Oh gosh. You can say that adolescence is a whole universally present in the lives of everyone. Large or small, we experience hunger and emptiness in our soul during this period. However, to some boys, this hole invades their lives with excessive frequency and in complex forms. That was by Kong Yu Jung. Manhole, the exquisite metaphor for the hole in life. Okay, interesting. So is this a song here about adolescence then? I know that adolescence is really like an identity forging part of our lives. And for some of us, you know, finding that identity can be more difficult than for others. And that whole just time period in your life can be more difficult than for other people. So is that what we're covering here? I guess we'll have to see. I have to say, I really love the black hair. Kind of like a rock. What? What just happened? Oh my gosh. So they're like in this really rebellious phase then, wearing like a Black Flag t-shirt, and Hyun Kai's shirt says F you effing F. That's scratched out. Oh my gosh. And then there's this kind of like rock vibe to the song I was not expecting. And Taehyun's voice there too. Like, I have to just one more time for a good measure. Wow. Oh, his parents are arguing. Oh! So they have each other. What? Did he just say he was fine to die? I'm full of problems, lovesick, no way to go. I was fine to die. I'm a loser in this game. Oh, no, you're not. I promise you're not, Huening Kai. Holy cow, this album is just putting me through it. And we're 2 songs in. It's too much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Keep it together, Elsie. You could do this. I love the old school Volvo too. That's the station wagon. Ooh. Ooh. I hear the female vocalist. Wow. Oh my gosh. The song feels really nostalgic for a couple of reasons. One, because my mom didn't drive a Volvo station wagon, but she drove a Volvo that was equally as boxy as that one. And that was the car that I learned to drive on. And then it also just reminds me of when I grew up, like scene music and that kind of like, not punk, but you know, like... what do you call that? Like Panic at the Disco and that type of genre was really popular. So it's bringing me back to that time. But it's just so touching to see that scene with Yeonjun where his parents are just arguing and clearly he's learned to just tune it out and kind of feel nothing. But then it's his friends and, you know, being rebellious with them that gives him the kind of life and spark that he needs. And then with Huening Kai, there's kind of that like fish in the sky. Was that supposed to be like a kite? So I'm curious if that comes back. I mean, I wonder if Sori, I still don't know if I'm saying her name right, makes an appearance other than just her voice. But I found that her voice really sounded nice and blended well together with the boys. Like, you know what her voice reminds me of? It's kind of like Halsey. And I found her voice sounded really good with BTS. So yeah, I'm really intrigued by this one. And it's bringing back some teenage memories. But let's keep going. You're not gonna make it. What? No, I'm not going to make it. I won't be able to get into heaven. I don't belong there. No place for me in heaven. Subin, I promise that's not true. Oh, I just want to give all of them the biggest hugs. These songs are just making me feel so many things. But he's sitting in a pool within a pool. It's a poolception. The fish. Ooh. Vocals just sound so raw. That line just kills me. I just saw his cast. Loser Lover. That's another TXT song, isn't it? I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm 99% sure that that's a song by them, right? So we got a little kind of teaser for it here. Interesting. Aw. Frigid air starts with ah. Those dance moves. Oh. Hold on. Is this the room from that stop motion video? Hold on a second. Okay, so there's this room, and then it just looks so similar. That Wes Anderson kind of pan left to right. Say you love me, say you love me, say I want all love you. Say you love me, say you love me, say all nothing, I give all love you. Uh-oh. That little chuckle. Oh my god. Just like, oh well. Guess we lit the car on fire. And that went up quickly too. But I love Yeonjun's face when he just like realizes that the car's lit on fire. That's just like, hold on. Was it all a dream? So, do you think that Yeonjun kind of created his friends in that whole scenario in his head and that none of them ever existed at all? I hope not. Or do we think that this is something that Yeonjun's kind of remembering, like reminiscing about? I don't know, but I just have so many questions. Like, what's the 0 by 1? What's the meaning of that? Like, I was a 0, I was a loser, and I was made 1 whole by you? Oh my gosh, I'm sure that is not right. And all of you are like, wow, Elsie's a moron. And then the fish, what were the fish? And then even though Sorry wasn't really in a lot of that, I found that just the little bits that she added to the chorus were really beautiful. And I kind of wish she could have been here. She could have been like one of the besties. So back to kind of what I was saying at the very start of this before we got started. Does Anti-Romantic kind of lead into this where that song they're trying to deny how they were feeling, and then this song is more about like acceptance? Because if so, that's really cool and I love that a lot. But I just love that TXT just gives us so much to dig into here. And again, we're still only 2 songs into this. I've been recording for almost an hour now. But just one more thing, I love the raw vocals on the I Know I Love You. I feel like that just hammers home that point of like acceptance of I know that I love you, and just, you know, that raw feeling behind it. But okay, let's watch the dance practice now, which I am really, really curious about because, you know, there were parts of that where they were dancing, but I just want to see how they bring it all together. Oh, and I see Hyun Kai's knee pads here. Are they going to be on the floor a lot? Let's find out. Oh, I love those drums. The pounding. Ooh. I like the camera work here. Ooh. Oh, you can just like feel the emotion. I just feel like this song in particular, like I'm really feeling the emotion and the feeling in their dancing. And it's really coming across so far. Ooh, I love the camera going around. Can't remember them doing this. I was just so captivated by that. I'm sorry if I didn't really say much. I was just so like taken aback by the power that I felt in that. It was just like so drawn in. The talent in this group is just like, oh, it's insane. And you know, I didn't necessarily feel like any one member stood out, but it almost felt like that was kind of the point, is that they're all just one really strong unit in this. Of each piece of the puzzle is just as important as the other. Still just 2 songs in, still struggling hard to not lose my mind. But all right, let's make it 3 songs. Let's move on to the next song, which is Magic. I saw that there's a studio tune performance for this, and I'm definitely going to react to that in the future on my Patreon. I already reacted to some other studio tune performances that they did on Patreon, including Yeonjun's Artist of the Month. And I have to say, I think that was one of my most embarrassing videos I've ever had to edit. I was just like, it was a little sad. I was fangirling quite hard. But anyways, Magic music video. We had that dreamy song. We had the angsty song. So where are we going with Magic? Do we have a little bit more of an upbeat song here? I guess we'll just have to find out. Oh. Oh no. What? They've been arrested. Are they space prisoners? Oh. Is this English? Oh. It is, isn't it? This is such a fun song. It took me so long. Oh, it took me so long to clue into the fact that that was all in English. I did not know that. I did not know that they had an all English song. Wow. I feel like I've been living under a rock. I guess that must have come after, you know, Dynamite was so successful, because this was what? June 10th of last year. So that was even after Butter too. But that's fun. I think this is the first all English song I've heard from TXT. I feel very, very stupid if it's not, but that's so fun. And I love this concept. It's so like silly, but fun. And I love those little synths in the background that just kind of sound robotic. Hold on.
Remember how it used to be so stuck.
They're like, and I feel like the concept for the song so far is pretty straightforward in terms of like the feeling that we have with each other is like magic, but then it's in space. And I thought they were space prisoners, but it seemed like after that chorus, then maybe they've escaped, but maybe I'll just have to continue and keep going.
Used to be so afraid of all the games we played, waiting around all day, nowhere to go, nobody, hoping someone will save me, till you called out my name, something in me just changed, got me away, got me, baby.
This is so fun. Do they have like Star Trek outfits there? Well, at least Yeonjun's kind of looks Star Trek-y. Did that just say public execution? Oh my goodness. This is so fun. Oh. Just take a chance. I just want to dance. Oh. Oh no. Do you know what that makes me think of? Is those robots from At World's End, I think it was, that were like blue on the inside. But I'm just gonna guess this isn't exactly an Edgar Wright reference. Oh, my husband would be so proud of me. I'm talking about Edgar Wright. Anyways, let's finish this. Boy, Zoe. That was quite the video. So did they defeat the robots or aliens or whatever they are? I just had a lot of fun with that. Which I think I kind of needed after that emotional roller coaster of those first two songs. And being in English made it much easier for me to understand. It was silly, it was fun, and just like those robots / aliens / whatever they were, my mind is just blown. It's just full of blue dust right now. But I don't want this to be over. But I guess we're just gonna have to close it out now with Ice Cream. So here we're gonna be watching a color-coded lyric video, and I'm curious to see how this first half of the album closes out. We had Anti-Romantic, and then we had Love Song, and then Magic, and so I imagine with Ice Cream, maybe we have another upbeat song, maybe a summery kind of vibe song, or... knowing TXT, they just throw us a total curveball and it's a sad song despite being called Ice Cream. But yeah, let's find out. This instrumental is cute. Oh. Like an R&B vibe.
It's like ice cream.
Oh.
버거워니 모두 나도 꿈꿨지 멋진 모든 행복을
Ooh, this song has a groove to it.
Crazy. Yeah, I was a fool. It's making me crazy, crazy. 더 착하게 본 음성이 틱틱틱틱 대지
Oh.
빌빌빌빌 눈이 혼자서 매우 wishes 때같이 망해 때같이 망해 I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Unhappy like ice cream. Hold on a second. Let's unpack that a little bit. Melt away like a dream, unhappy like ice cream. So instead of it being something that brings you joy and happiness, they're saying it's the opposite. It melts away like a dream, leaving you that's never realized. Wow. Just taking all the fun out of ice cream. What's your favorite flavor? I like anything with chocolate or caramel or peanut butter. But some of these little touches here are just giving me so much joy. Like the little like, ow! And the whoever that was, I'm not sure if it was one of the members. I don't think it was. That did that like, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I love it. But kind of coming back to the old faithful with TXT of, you know, what seems like an upbeat song talking about, you know, something that should be happy but isn't. Saying, I also dreamed about everyone's amazing happiness. So kind that it's cliche. Yeah, I was a fool. The wishes I made alone every day. Let's all go under together. So, I'm curious to see how this song develops. So let's keep going. I love this instrumental though. Ooh. I'm going to wish for SCW, small but certain wrongdoing. Okay. Ready for it? Yeah. It's the little things in life, you know. You scream, I scream. 뭔가 이상해. 소원이 이루어진 걸까? 모두 저마다 애방에 내까지 혼자 돼버린 이 밤. 아니야 안 돼 제발. 소원이 무릴 순 없나? 결국 제일로 불행해진 건 또 나 같아. You know what I'm saying, yeah. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This song's so catchy. Huh. That was an interesting song. That instrumental and then the kind of little flourishes were very whimsical. But like in reality, this song was just kind of like dark and depressing. Again, what's new with TXT? Like in my heart, secretly, I wish for misfortune. Let's all go under together. Everyone is trapped in their ruin and became alone tonight. Goodness me. So somehow a song about ice cream became a song about them being very lonely. My gosh. But okay, so we have made it. I just have so many thoughts about these first 4 songs. But friends, I want to know, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about these 4 songs. Like, I think I have to say, of all the albums that I have listened to from TXT so far, this is the strongest start to an album that I've heard. Like, again, I still think Anti-Romantic is now up there in terms of my TXT songs, if not my favorite, after just hearing it one time. And then the Love Song was just, it was so like raw and emotional. And then Magic though was pretty fun and upbeat. And then we just take this dark turn here for a song called Ice Cream. Like, who other than TXT could do this? And I just find that their sound here sounds so much more mature. I don't know if it's because it's a new era here, but it's taken on like a new life, I find, if that makes any sense at all. But I can feel that it's like a new era here, and I'm a fan. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm very excited to see how the second half of the Chaos Chapter Freeze goes. But I also want to take the time to thank my $5 patrons, who are Aurora, Brooke G, Emjei N, Erin M, Gem, Hope to Dust, Jennifer O, Kirsten, Lisa H, RancidBarbie, Rochelle, Sarah B, Tifferz, and vkos. If you would like to get a shout out at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos, as well as early access to my YouTube videos and exclusive content on my Patreon, such as what I mentioned of Studio Tune performance reactions, Yeonjun's Artist of the Month, as well as some other blocked reactions on YouTube for TXT, you can visit my Patreon and have access to that exclusive content for as little as $3 a month at patreon.com/laurenclair. And I also added a $1 tier where if you just like to support my channel, you don't care about access to special stuff, then you can support me for $1 on my Patreon. So next time I'm going to be covering the second half of the Chaos Chapter Freeze, which is What If I Had Been That Puma, No Rules, Dear Sputnik, and Frost. I think what I'm going to do as well is react to the Dooms Night animation at the start of that video, because from what I understand, that comes before Frost, which is the next part of the storyline, the Starseekers storyline. So if you think I should do that, then let me know, or if you think that I should leave that out, let me know. But thank you so much for watching, friends. I hope you had a great time, that you enjoyed this reaction. I certainly had a blast, went through a whole ass journey. So until my next video, I hope that you're doing well, that you're staying safe, that you're taking care of yourself, and I hope you have a splendid rest of your day.